Hello and welcome back to my channel, and today we're taking a look at Callisto Protocol. Now this is a game from 2022 and it's been received rather lukewarm. Some people really like it, some people really hate it. Something along the lines of Dead Space. Don't ask me which game of the Dead Space this resembles to be fair, but anyhow. So let's talk about the requirements for this game. The minimum GPU they want to use is a GeForce GTX 1060. And for recommended GPU, it's a GTX 1070. So to be fair, the requirements are kind of weird because there's not too much of a performance jump between 1060 and 1070. In all honesty, about I would say 15 up to 20%, and even on select titles. Now we do have 4070 Ti, and we're gonna be cranking this game out, and this is where the fun begins. First and foremost, we are running with the custom graphics preset because we do want to have vertical sync turned off. For general, we're going vertical sync off, no frame rate limit. We're running a DirectX 12 API. Obviously, this game does support 11 and 12, and honestly, I would recommend using 11, but for consistency's sake, we need 12 because you'll see later. Display-wise, we're going with a 4K native, full screen, and that's about it. Lighting-wise, we're going with everything set on high, including physical refractions, ray trace shadows. Ray traced in general is on and set on high. And even ray trace transmission. I'm not entirely sure what this does, but I guess it's something maybe similar to path tracing. God knows. But this would explain the weird hiccups and stutters the people are reporting and saying the game is running semi kinda on a crutch. But then again, these settings are not enabled by default, so we'll see. Effect wise, we're going no depth of field, no motion blur. We're putting anti-aliasing for 4K in temporal AA, and that's about it. For advanced, we're not going to use any upscaling features. Now, this game does not support DLSS natively. There's a mod that enables DLSS, but in general, the only option you have is an FSR2, which we're not going to use for this run, obviously. Render percentage 100% for native 4K, mesh on high, texture high, filter quality on high as well. So this game does have a built-in benchmark and a test performance modes. We're gonna run both of these and then we're gonna start the actual game. And apparently the benchmark shows way higher FPS than the actual in-game footage or in-game gameplay, so to say. And this kind of just validates my point that I do not believe synthetic benchmarks. Otherwise, I could have just run them and tell, oh, it's all fine. So we're gonna run the benchmark now and let's see what we have. MSI Afterburner on the right-hand side, because probably tutorial stages will have something on the left hand side, and we'll see how this all looks and works. So currently we're pulling 6.2 gigs of video memory, surprisingly very small number for a game of this size, 14 almost 15 gigs of RAM, and it's kinda okay-ish, I guess. Even though the frames are showed above 60, I'm literally not touching anything, but it just feels from the screen that there's like a little bit of a lag here and there. Probably if we would see the frame rate or frame time, we would probably see a little bit of dip here and there. But yeah, I'm not gonna hype up something that's not there, and as you know, this channel is transparent. So yeah. Right, so what do we have? Recommended enable FSR2 performance mode. Of course we're not gonna do that because who does that anyhow? So let's go and test performance. Apparently this is a slightly different benchmark mode for it, but hey, we'll figure it out. Here we are. The real frames came out, 30-ish frames. Well, that's interesting. I would kind of expect this to happen due to the RTX enabled and being actually on high with a lot of other things, but at the same time, maybe the game will actually look absolutely beautiful, because honestly, no one has ever said that this game does not look beautiful or good in terms of graphics. But then again, if you need to sacrifice all of your frames just to look at a slightly nicer picture, I guess it's a trade-off you need to come to the terms by yourself. Okay, average frame rate is 47. So as you see, wildly varying results in regards to the benchmark and the performance test. So I'm going to leave all these settings as they are, so essentially 4K native, Ultra, RTX enabled, no upscaling. We're just going to go with new experience, And dismemberment. Normal mode, I guess. Minimum security. So that the middle logo is very visible. Okay, there we are. Let's have a look-see then. What's actually gonna happen here? And straight off the bat in pre-rendered cutscene 35 frames are happening. Oh boy. I mean, I would wanna bet about £5 that this would not happen on DirectX 11 with no RTX, but we'll see. We'll see. Then again, 4K, come on. Well, if there's one thing I would want to say, that the sound design is on point. That body thud actually had some weight to it, so...
Footage from Europa. A brazen attack by the Outer Way terrorist group, led by the notorious Danny Nakamura.
That's enough. We got a job to do.
This is Callisto Hangar Control to UJC Charon. You have cleared the security perimeter.
Roger, hangar control. Laying in course for Europa Station. You got something to say? You gotta keep flicking that thing all day.
I was watching that.
It's our last run, Max. I'm done talking about it.
Then what do you want me to say?
How about thank you? Because after this job, we're never gonna have to work another day in our lives.
Well, I guess you got it all figured out.
I guess so.
Come on, man, what is this? Huh? Back and forth, Callisto to Europa, all this additional security.
It's a prison moon, Max. They take their security pretty serious.
And what about the attacks? Huh? How do you explain that?
By the Outer Way? They've been hitting targets all over the sector for the past 6 months.
We got a yellow light in the cargo hold.
It's probably nothing.
Well, it's still worth checking out.
You shouldn't worry so much, you know? You live longer.
Right, so the real game actually begins, and we're pulling 9.5 gigs of allocated video memory, 14, almost 15 gigs of RAM, and we're sub 60 at the same time. God damn, this game does look good. I mean, I wouldn't want to say this is necessarily achievement of RTX, but it is how it is. A little bit of shimmer on floor tiles, which I'm not a big fan of, and some serious stutter there, but oh well. We're going. Let me just check out some stuff here. Oh look, looking out the window actually gives us more frames, okay. Yeah, I wonder how this game would actually perform without RTX enabled. I kinda expect it to actually be closer to 60 frames, but
Come on, Max, you gotta stack these right.
W plus E, what kind of weird vaulting stuff is that? What happened to W space?
This better be worth the trouble. I should check out the rest of the ship.
Landing gear. I mean, granted, 4K probably is a little bit an overkill even for 4070 Ti with RTX, but 2K or 4040p. I have a good feeling about that, you know. It might actually be the ticket home here for this game.
I guess I'll check the other side.
And also the video memory usage has gone up slightly. Mantle. Okay, let's mantle.
Max, we got trouble.
What's up?
We've been boarded.
Oh, shit. The outer way?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
All right. Well, you get your ass back up here. And watch your back. You know, they could be anywhere.
Search the hold. It's gotta be here somewhere.
Dampening field still in effect.
Not for long.
What do they want?
How should I know?
Anything?
Nothing yet.
Almost out of time.
There he is!
Stop him!
Max! We're heading for the bridge!
Open up!
What are you gonna do? Whatever I have to. What are you doing? No! Shit!
Warning. Explosive decompression for cargo area.
Just hold on! I'm on my way! Watch out!
Warning. Venting atmosphere.
Jacob, get up here! Hurry!
Warning. Inertial dampeners offline.
Ship's caught in the moon's gravity! We're being pulled in!
Transfer flight control to my station!
Transferring flight controls! This is bad, Jacob!
Mayday, mayday, mayday! This is UJC Charon! Returning to Callisto! Requesting emergency clearance!
Negative, UJC Charon. You are not authorized for re-entry.
Sorry, but I got no choice!
We're coming in hot!
Who's the antigraphs?
Already at maximum! We're not gonna make it!
Yes, we are!
Watch out!
Hold on! Brace for impact!
I have a feeling this segment would be better with 60 frames in all honesty, but yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's not too bad, is it?
Made it. I told you not to worry. Max. Max. Hang on, buddy, I'm coming. Hey. Whoa.
Jacob? Jacob? Oh, I didn't you listen.
Hey, come on. Come on. Oh, God damn it.
One life sign detected. Continuing search.
Black Iron Security. You the pilot?
Yeah.
And him?
He's gone.
Then we'll just need the one. Okay, let's get you out of here. Manifest says you were running cargo out of the hangar. Don't get many of you freelancers out here.
Just doing my job.
Don't I know it?
Thermal regulators enabled.
It's the first ship I ever lost. We were boarded by
Let go of me!
her. She's the one who... Hey! Cool your jets, cargo jockey. You do your job. You let me do mine, all right? Sir. Yes, sir? Whatever you say. Grab him, too.
Hey! What are you doing? Hey! I didn't do anything!
Right, so I think we're gonna end up in a prison. I'm gonna, if there's an option to skip, I'm gonna skip over cutscene, and we're gonna disable RTX and see how it looks, because we're essentially gonna be in a pretty much well lit area with all the bells and whistles there. I'm not gonna change from the RTX 12 to 11 because that requires a game restart, and I'm feeling lazy of stitching together videos, really. Also, I kind of prefer it on one take so people don't say we're cutting out stuff. Because apparently that's a thing. Go figure. And honestly, I think that without RTX this is probably pretty playable. Perhaps not on the highest preset, but outside of that it should be pretty decent actually. The fact that pre-rendered cutscenes are kind of 40-ish is a little bit of a red flag. Considering the recommended GPU is 1070, and I'm pretty sure 1070 would not be able to max this game out in full HD with playable frame rate. But I might be wrong, you know. Right, here we are. Let's quickly go for... Oh wow, look at this. We cannot even change it on the fly. Now that's interesting. Okay, well, in that case, let's do it the old-fashioned way of disabling things as we go. Right, physical refractions disabled, and everything is disabled. We're still gonna leave the rest on as it is. Screen space reflections does not use RTX as far as I'm concerned, and effect wise everything is fine as well. So let's do a new experience again. I'm gonna quickly go past some of the things and just see the first segment, and as you can see, without RTX no longer 40 frames, we're actually kinda 60-ish, and that's the whole point again. Now granted, you could use FSR, and that would offload some of the heavy lifting of the ray tracing of your GPU. But then again, I mean, if you're playing on very high settings in 4K, you kind of need to be a little bit picky about the settings you use. I would definitely adjust quite a few settings if I was playing this game, and specifically if I would be streaming it as well, because obviously that's an additional hit. But so far, this looks already way better. Well, I wouldn't say it looks better visually, but it looks better frame rate wise. So yeah, that's a thing. Obviously, if this game had DLSS, I would assume we would have similar performance. And you might say, but you know, DLSS introduces artifacts, introduces some lag, and you are probably right. You know, at least in certain occasions I've seen that as well. But end of the day, how many of us can actually afford to play games in 4K Ultra with ray tracing enabled and stable 60. You know, that's the conversation we're always having in every topic, so to say. You know, be it Reddit or any other tech forum.
Port and starboard sensors are both showing errors. Go check them out.
I'm going.
So yeah, with no RTX, everything still looks pretty nice. Look at this. And we're no longer at 30 frames. Well, 40-ish to be fair, so. I mean, attention to detail is clearly there. I mean, damn, this is playable. As I said, like, you disable RTX and this is what you get, and night and day.
Come on.
More than half the performance we've gained back. Because we are in like low 40s.
This better be worth the trouble. I should check out the rest of the ship.
Now, granted, when the ship is gonna explode, we will see how the frame fluctuation happens. I do expect to see some of the dips, but then again, I do believe we have enough headroom to actually offload it. Also, the GPU usage is actually sitting pretty nicely at 99%, so I don't want to jinx it and say that this is because of the RTX implementation, since the GPU usage was kinda on and off. And this is still DirectX 12 API rather than 11, but it seems pretty damn nice.
Max, we got trouble.
What's up?
We've been boarded.
Oh, shit. The outer way?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
All right, well, you get your ass back up here. And watch your back. You know, it could be anywhere.
Search the hold. It's gotta be here somewhere.
I mean, this is definitely way more playable. I mean, we can play games on low FPS, you know, 30 even, I would say, but this game, same as Dead Space, you kind of want to have that at least 60-ish at all times. Unless you're a visual junkie.
How should I know?
Anything?
Nothing yet.
Almost out of time.
There he is! Max! They're heading for the bridge!
Pump it up!
What are you gonna do? Whenever I have to. What are you doing? No! Shit!
Warning. Explosive decompression on
I'm
cargo
losing
bay.
control! Just hold on! I'm on my way!
Okay, so we are kind of 60-ish,
Warning.
slightly below, but still way better than before because we were dropping on like high 20s here.
Hurry!
And this is literally just with RTX off. I mean, what a difference.
Inertial dampers offline.
Ship's caught in the moon's gravity. We're being pulled in.
Transfer flight control to my station!
Transferring flight controls. This is bad, Jacob.
Mayday, mayday, mayday! This is UJC Charon! Returning to Callisto! Requesting emergency clearance!
Negative, UJC Charon. You are not authorized for re-entry.
Sorry, but I got no choice!
We're coming in hot.
Boost the anti-gravs!
Already at maximum. We're not gonna make it.
Yes, we are!
Watch out.
Hold on! Brace for impact!
Well, I must say the happy numbers were definitely there. Let's just see how it looks in a prison cell, but yeah.
No. Hey! Stop it! No! 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 Hey! Wait! Wait! No! No, you got it!
Inmate 532-521. Dr. Caitlin Marler, and as per Article 412 of the UJC Penal Code, you will now be fitted with a core device.
The doctor, he's not in the system. We don't know.
Just prep the device.
What device? What device? That device? No! No! You're a goddamn doctor!
Yes, and I
Stop!
intend to faithfully execute my responsibilities. Try not to move, it'll only make things worse.
Oh, fuck you! Ah! Ah!
Doctor, he's flatlining.
Injector.
Right. And look at this. We're famous. New inmate. Lights out at 5. Wow. Yeah, this place is bigger than my first flat. How do the game protagonists always get better apartments at the start of their life? Not much to explore here, but anyhow, this is the Callisto Protocol, and I would want to say play around with the settings. Probably if you can handle maybe a little bit of RTX wouldn't hurt, but yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Over and out.